There was a show on TV last night on National Geographic, I think, which was about the universe. I only watched the first 15 minutes or something like that because I had to go and get one of my kids who's got a job in the restaurant. So I was talking to my wife about it this morning, and she was describing what happened on the show anyway. And it was this a physicist, a cosmologist, who was talking about the Big Bang and how the there's some, I don't know, I don't really understand the details of it myself, but he was talking about some problems about the models of the early universe arise, which have kind of been partially solved by the idea of the inflationary universe. So the idea of that is that there was, in the early nanoseconds of the universe, there was a period of hyperinflation. So rather than it just expanding at the speed, presumably the speed at which it's expanding now, it expanded much, much faster. We had to give it a name actually, I can't remember. It's something to do with the horizon problem, I think he said it was called. Anyhow, he was talking about that. And as I say, I missed the end of it, so I don't really know what he said beyond that, but my wife was saying that his solution to do with it was to do with the idea of the speed of light not being constant. But in the early universe, the speed of light was much faster than it is now, which is of course a contravention of Einstein, I think. So I've been thinking about that, and obviously I know nothing about physics and cosmology, other than it's entertaining to think about. But my take on that, and the only way I can kind of make sense of what he's saying, is thinking about this path that I'm walking on. This is the path, what's called the salt line, which used to take salt from the salt works at Middlewich and Northwich up that way down to the potteries in Stoke-on-Trent down that direction. And the bit I walk along is about a mile long, and I walk at about 3 miles an hour, so it takes me about 20 minutes to walk this length of the salt line. And I'm kind of imagining this salt line as being the entire universe. So at the pace that I normally walk across, I'm kind of imagining myself as a piece of light actually, as a beam of light maybe, I guess. But anyway, I'm walking across the universe here, and it takes me 20 minutes to walk from one end of the universe to the other. Or put that another way, I can be at both ends of the universe in 20 minutes. If I was to walk at twice this speed, I could be at both ends of the universe in 10 minutes. It would take me 10 minutes to walk from one extreme to the other. Therefore, I would be at both ends of the universe in 10 minutes. If I was to run at 12 miles an hour, God forbid, I could be at both ends of the universe in 5 minutes. And so on and so on and so on. So as I get faster and faster, the slice of time that I can occupy both ends of the universe in becomes finer and finer. And if I was somehow to accelerate to the speed of light, then I think I'm right in saying this, I could be at both ends of this tiny little universe in 186,000 of a second. So at both ends of this path, which is the universe. So I'm just thinking, what would happen if light was faster, or if it was possible to move faster than the speed of light? I think what would happen is that the faster I got, the smaller the gap of time would be in which I would be at both ends of this path, both ends of the universe. And I suppose hypothetically, if I was ever to be able to be accelerated to infinity, then at that point I would be standing at both ends of the universe at exactly the same time. I'll be standing at both ends of the universe at exactly the same time. Now it seems to me that if I'm standing at wherever I'm standing, at two parts of the universe at the same time, then effectively those two parts of the universe are the same place. It doesn't make any sense to say I'm standing in two places at the same time and in different places. If I'm standing at two places at the same time, then those two places are the same place. So I think what would happen at that point is, as I accelerate to infinity, the universe would be contracted to a point. It's only when my speed slowed down that point starts to open out into occupying something I might call space. So as speed and I suppose time slows down, space expands. That's probably such bullshit, but it's entertaining anyway, I think, for me at least. I got Sky HD recently on my TV at home, so I recorded the last part of that show, so I will find out what this chap was saying about it. It sounds really interesting, if a little incomprehensible.